Go and rest. City, City has also some top matches to play. They have Chelsea to play. They have Brentford to play. They have Brighton to play, which I trust Roberto De Zerbi to do his magic. Saka is going to fit into any team in this 21st century currently. He can play Man City. He can play Real Madrid. He can play Barcelona. He can play every club. He can play every club. Yeah.
Saka,
a golden boy.
Hello guys, a big welcome to this channel. My name is the truly inspiring Nyamekye Boateng. So I get to give you a reaction of the game between Arsenal and Chelsea. So Arsenal are back to winning ways after losing 4-1 to City at the Etihad. And how they got past Chelsea amazes me. While you're here, kindly subscribe to this channel. Let's get started. Then they told me, say, Mikel Arteta, they stress you. Last match, Man City vs Arsenal. Today you win. They stress you still?
Oh, Arteta every day they stress me, but Chelsea they be one kiddie, so for sure them pepper small. So.
Hey, Chelsea be a kiddie.
Chelsea in our past 2 games we've shown them pepper, and so Arteta they stress me, but this big game where for proof say like it no be fluke say then he did the up there, right? We stand so day up there, so anything go fit happen. So Chelsea they then be one kiddie, so we don't share them pepper small. Chelsea there's some more man, yeah.
But how is the game?
A very, very good game. Going in the lineup I saw, no. Then Arteta distressed me here because as I see say Pateno they start, we as I say they play 2 left-footed centre backs. I was a bit worried.
Then they worry you.
Then
they stress you.
Yes, then they talk to them as Pateno they inside no. Then they worry me small. Like I they talk to like. If I bench Saka then play Partey then Jorginho, but we see say today Saka perform wonders. We make 2 assists. We Martin Odegaard. The match way then it be necessary for them for show up, no. They no show up. But today to be boost give the team. We get some important matches where we for play so it's good give for the team, and everything that El Coson. But actually it be good performance. We saw Kiwa fitting for Rob Holding and everything was a good performance. We took our chances. And Charlie, it was 3-1. We could have gone up more and more, but I think in after the second half and also, Lampard saw the game and made some changes which came back at us. But it was a good game altogether. The kudos to Arteta and every.
For the first time, your coach brought a change lineup. He brought in Kiwior, he brought in Jorginho. Like it made some changes. How do you see the lineup?
Yeah, as I said earlier on, I was saying, in the past 3 matches, we saw Arteta. This was not the lineup I was expecting, obviously. We saw Arteta playing the same lineup, the same crop of players, the same system, which he had been found out. You understand? So it was a good lineup. Like this was not the lineup I was expecting, but it's good that he has changed a little bit of players. But one player which I was not expecting to start was Zinchenko. I didn't want to see Zinchenko in the squad, but I mean today you saw the goal that Nonu Madueke scored. It was from his end. You understand? It's not good at defense. So I was Arteta going for it. It was a good game for Arteta and the Arsenal players. I mean, but Zinchenko has to up his game. Next season, if we are going to still play Zinchenko at our left back, I don't think Arsenal are going to go far. Nah, Arsenal are not going to go far. Crap.
Talking about Zinchenko, when you bought him from Manchester City, Zinchenko was playing as a left back who inverts to play in the midfield role. He's using him in the same role as a left back who inverts. You think he's supposed to play just as a left back and stay as a left back and don't come as a midfielder?
You see, that's what I'm saying. He has been found out. He is not a natural left back. You understand? And if you are handicapped in this English Premier League, it's at the toppest level. You understand? So if you don't have a player who can, who is a solid left back, for example, you mentioned Manchester. We bought him from Manchester City. When they sold Zinchenko to Arsenal, they brought in one Nathan Ake. We saw in the recent match against Arsenal, we saw Akanji fitting perfectly. You understand? Because he can play left and right. We saw him fitting perfectly. But this is not a player, Zinchenko, we can depend on in the toughest times. You understand? So Zinchenko is a good player. I'm not saying he's a bad player. But we can't depend on him and on that role. I see him going forward. Like he should be playing more of that midfield role when Xhaka is worn out and all those things. You come in and play in the midfield role rather than play at the left back, which exposes the Arsenal team and all those stuff. Yeah.
So you have not been able to. You always concede goals at the Etihad, at the Emirates Stadium. What's wrong with your defense?
Since Saliba got injured, Saliba was our golden defender. But Saliba, since he got injured, you understand, Ramsdale is good, but a goalkeeper can only just do enough. He's not God. He cannot save all the goals. So we lack proper pairings of like somebody who can fit in properly for Saliba. You understand? Rob Holding was the same player who cost Arsenal the top 4 in last season. And you can't depend on Rob Holding. Today we saw Kiwo and Gabriel play a very good game. So going forward, I hope to see them. I don't care if they are two left-footed backs, centre backs or anything. I want to see them play rather than see Rob Holding and be shaking. I don't want Rob Holding. So I want this pair until Saliba comes back or until next season as we sign another centre back or as Tomiyasu returns and all those things. We should get a better centre back than get what do we call him, Rob Holding. Yeah.
So I'm coming. Talking about this centre back pairing, you played against a weak Chelsea team that's struggling this season. If you face a team like Newcastle, do you think it's good for Mikel Arteta to start those two centre backs?
Absolutely.
Kiwior and Gabriel.
Absolutely. Kiwior is not a bad defender, you understand. But this philosophy about two left-footed playing centre back and all those, we saw Luis Enrique do the same thing at Spain, which worked for him, not in the World Cup though, but in the Euros and all those qualifiers.
Pau Torres and
Torres and Aymeric Laporte, yes. So it's good for it's good since they can both play perfectly. I don't see anything wrong with having two strong defenders and get one defender who is right-footed, who's going to be a handicap for us, and so that we'll be struggling at the back. No. When we are going to meet Newcastle, if we can play Kiwior and Gabriel and play our good game and going into this centre backs, the problem is not with the centre backs, it's with Zinchenko.
Hey.
If you check the stats, how many goals has been scored through Ben White's side? You understand? How many goals has been scored through Ben White's side? It's always through Zinchenko's side. So when Saliba was around, let me show you this. When Saliba was around, Gabriel used to cover for what do you call him, Zinchenko, so that Saliba will be the one man standing with Ben White over there. So they come back as centre backs, so that the right Saka will also draw back. Saka was once also played as this full back, so he knows how to draw back. So Zinchenko has been the place we have been lacking. But Rob Holding cannot do the job that Saliba was doing. That is why we are conceding this goal. But if Kiwior can play this ball as we saw today, we didn't have any fault from him. We didn't see any, they did play football as we expected them to play. Not like how Rob Holding has been playing and been, giving people heart attacks. It's good for us. So when we meet the Akesifona, I like to see Kiwior play until Saliba returns. I like to see Kiwior play with, Gabriel and all those stuff.
So your golden boy, Saka, has not been on form. What's the problem?
It's just that he's worn out. Saka is going to fit into any team in this 21st century currently. He can play Man City, he can play Real Madrid, he can play Barcelona, he can play every club. Yes.
Saka,
a golden boy. You understand? But just that this guy, go and check every game Arteta is using him. And he doesn't get substituted early. You understand? So he's always playing, which always wears. He's a human being. You understand? So he's not being on form. I don't think people are saying he's been found out and the style of play. No, these are the instructions he's been given. I know Arteta, what Saka can dribble and shoot like how Rafinha does. He can like how Mahrez does. He's that kind of player. He's versatile. So it's not like he's lost form though, but it's not like he has been found out or those stuff. But it is because of the instructions Arteta has given him. That's what he needs to do. That overlapping that Ben White has to do and all those stuff. That is the system. That thing I'm finding out, but not Saka. He's just worn out. So I think that if he needs to rest, but at this point he can't rest. If we had already won the league, that he can rest. But this time we depend on him. So he has proven in the past matches that when we needed him, he showed up. So we can't rest him. So he should play. He's a young boy. So he should play so that Charlie we can move on. Yeah.
Are you saying Saka is better than Riyad Mahrez or Bernardo Silva?
Oh,
that's what you said
on the phone. Go and have this argument.
Saka and Bernardo Silva.
That Mahrez has more meta trophies than Saka. Saka, number one top winger in this world. Number one, Mahrez. I'm not saying Mahrez does not know how to play football. I'm saying Saka, number one, dribble and ankasa. Number one winger is good than Bernardo Silva. But Mahrez is good at Mahrez, yeah.
So are you going to win this league? Are you going to win this league?
Oh, everything is possible. Nothing is impossible.
Hey,
I'm telling you the truth. Nothing is possible. Oh, you people, let me show you. You saw the game that, we were on fire tonight. Arsenal were on fire. You saw how we came at Chelsea. We were on fire. And I'm telling you once again, go and rest. City, City has also some top matches to play. They have Chelsea to play. They have Brentford to play. They have Brighton to play, which I trust Roberto De Zerbi to do his magic.
Hey.
And Thomas Frank of Brentford to do his magic. Ivan Toney has been, exposing you guys and doing it. He will do it once again. So the match, the league, nobody should just say that.
And we have Everton too.
Master Sean Dyche can, play some defense here. So this league is not bottled already. Arteta, stay strong, boys. We are winning this league. The Gunners, up we go.